Hey guys, so for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my skincare routine. Now, I don't have the kind of setup where I can actually do my skincare routine on camera, so I'm just going to talk about the products that I use, what I use them for, stuff like that. So everything here except for my makeup removers is from The Ordinary. I'm a big fan of them. Everything here is like $11 and cheaper, and they work magnificently for my skin. I'm not going to show you guys my makeup removers because you guys know that I use my Garnier micellar water for my face and my Neutrogena eye makeup remover for my eyes. So right after that, I go in with my glycolic acid 7% toning solution from The Ordinary. Pretty much all of these products were recommended by Stephanie Nicole because Stephanie Nicole did an entire video on The Ordinary a year and a half ago, I want to say, and she highly recommended this toner. I love it. It does sting a little tiny bit on my skin because it is glycolic acid. It's supposed to sting a little bit. As I have continued to use this, it stings less and less and less to the point where it barely stings at all anymore. So yeah, I guess your skin just kind of has to get adjusted to the acids. By the way, I am very much a newbie when it comes to skincare. I don't really know a whole lot, so take everything that I say with a grain of salt. The next product is The Ordinary Matrixyl 10% plus hyaluronic acid. This is my second bottle of this. I'm already down to here after just buying it last month. This I basically use as a preventative measure because this really targets fine lines and wrinkles, and I'm only 23, so I don't have a ton of those. I have barely any of those, but I do have forehead lines a little bit, and my smile lines are starting to show through a lot more. So I have started using this as a preventative measure, and I really like it. It helps make my skin feel really nice. I don't think it will decrease the signs of any pre-existing fine lines and wrinkles, but again, that is just a preventative measure for me. This next serum is The Ordinary Niacinamide 10% plus zinc 1%. This targets oily skin and larger pores, acne, stuff like that. I have very little left of it. This is still my first bottle, but I am definitely going to repurchase. I have noticed that I don't break out nearly as much, and whenever I do, it's very small. I get maybe one little pimple when I break out, and even then it's gone within 2 to 3 days because of this serum. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have not seen a difference in pores, not a huge difference anyway, because I do have pretty big pores to begin with. I feel like most oily skin people do. So I have not seen, much progress in that respect. And there is another product in here that I feel has helped with my oil besides this, but this has definitely helped minimize and prevent any breakouts. So I'm a huge fan of this serum for sure. The next product, and this is the last product that I use on a daily basis, this is The Ordinary 100% organic cold pressed rosehip seed oil. I bought this for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and this is the product that I said I feel helps with my oily skin. Not necessarily just this oil from The Ordinary, but pretty much any oil. This is the third oil that I've tried. The first oil I tried was from Julep. The second one was from Number 7. I did have one from Mario Badescu, and I used it one time and it shattered all over the floor, so I had to buy this. And I feel like having an oil on my skin has helped decrease my oiliness a bit, because I know some people think that if you have oily skin, you shouldn't be applying an oil, and that is not the case. From what I've heard, if you have oily skin, it's most likely because you have dehydrated skin, and the skin is trying to produce excess sebum, which is the oil in your skin, to hydrate the skin again. So if you apply a topical oil like this, your skin won't produce as much oil on its own, so you'll get less oily throughout the day. And I do feel like that is true because I noticed a significant difference in my oil production when I introduced oils and started regularly using oils in my skincare routine. The Ordinary themselves recommend not to use more than, I think, 3 serums in one particular routine. And if you go a little bit too thick with any of these serums, once you apply the oil on top, the oil will kind of make it all lather up, I've noticed. So I have started using thinner layers of each serum, which is probably a good thing. I've probably been going way too overboard anyway, but I just wanted to mention that you want to go with like thinner layers, because once you put that oil on top, and this is the only oil I've experienced this with, but once you put the oil from the Ordinary on top and you like rub it into your skin, or maybe I should be patting it in instead of rubbing it in, but again, as I said, I'm not a skincare expert. I don't know everything. But maybe it's because I'm rubbing it in that it has lathered up a little bit, but since I've started using lighter, thinner layers, I have not had that issue. Anyway, this next product is the newest product in my collection, and I have like fallen in love with it. I've only used it twice, but it is really good. And this is the Ordinary AHA 30% plus BHA 2% peeling solution. This is not a serum. This is a mask that you leave on your face for 10 minutes and no longer than 10 minutes. And you're supposed to rinse it off with like lukewarm water, and it's basically an exfoliating mask. Now, I will say, I looked up a lot of reviews before I went and bought this, because this is supposedly a very strong acid on your skin. And I've heard that if you are not used to acids on your skin, this will have a pretty intense burning sensation. However, as you guys have seen, I have 2 other products in my routine that have acids in them, so that might be the reason why I really didn't feel much burning with this. I watched Gothamista's review on this, and she said, like, if you are not used to acids on your skin, you probably shouldn't be buying this. You should probably incorporate acids into your routine first before going ahead and, you know, using something like this. I saw some reviews where people were saying that they couldn't even leave it on for more than 2 to 3 minutes because the pain was that intense. For me, I barely felt anything. I did do a patch test on my hand just in case, and even when I did that, I felt a little bit of tingling, but like nothing serious. And I thought, well, maybe on my face it'll be a little bit more intense. I left it on for the full 10 minutes. There was some tingling, but I wouldn't even go as far as to say burning. It didn't hurt. There was barely any burning whatsoever. It was just a little bit of a tingling sensation. And I washed it off. This is like a blood red color, by the way. Like, look at that. That looks like straight up blood. Anyway, I washed it off, and my skin was so soft and bright. Now, I do have oily skin. However, I do get some dry bits, especially in the winter. I feel like my chin area right here is pretty much dry all year round. And the first thing that I immediately noticed as soon as I wiped this off my face was that I didn't have any dry flakes on my chin like I do all the time. So I would say this did a really amazing job at exfoliating my skin. I guess this would be a chemical exfoliator. I know that there's chemical exfoliators and physical exfoliators. Again, I don't know a whole lot about skincare, but I do know that one is better for oily skin than the other. I believe most people would say that physical exfoliators are better, but I've had really good results with this as a chemical exfoliator. Again, you are not supposed to use this more than twice a week. I did use it 2 days in a row because I was really excited about it. And I did notice that the second day that I used it, after having used it the day before, my skin was a little bit more sensitive to it. I did feel a little bit more burning than the first time, but again, it wasn't too bad. So probably when I use it again next week, I will try to use it with 2 or 3 days in between uses. So yeah, that was my entire skincare routine. I really like how my skin looks with these products. My skin feels good. It feels really hydrated and plump and just so beautiful. I've actually noticed that since I've started doing my skincare more regularly, there's only like been 2 times this entire year so far where I just haven't done my skincare. Like the first time it was because I was just so exhausted, I just wanted to take a shower and go straight to bed. And the second time was because I was just feeling so sick that I didn't feel like doing my skincare. But I've noticed since incorporating my skincare into my routine regularly, my makeup application is actually a lot better because foundation glides on a lot smoother. I know people have their issues with The Ordinary because of the owner, the CEO. Unfortunately, he passed away a couple of weeks ago, and that was really tragic. And yeah, but I love these products, especially because I am a college student on a budget. I cannot afford those Sunday Riley drunk elephant prices. No ma'am, not over here in these parts. So this whole line where everything is like $10 and less is very ideal for me. And I pretty much only use all of these products at night. I don't really have a morning skincare routine, if I'm being honest, because I wake up in the morning and I put my makeup on right away. I don't really have time to like let serums and moisturizers and stuff sink in, so maybe I should start doing that, but I'm lazy and I like to lay in bed for a while. So all of this is pretty much used at night, but my skin seems pretty happy with it. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't done already to make sure you can stick around for the next video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!